Welcome back to Lost Legacies.
A Hidden City Book Company production.
I'm Matt,
And I'm Sam.
and we're talking about Alien Romulus today.
Yes, we are.
But before we do, we forgot to do this last week. Sam, I have a stopwatch here,
Uh-oh.
and you have exactly 4 minutes to give me your spoiler-free review
Oh, gosh.
of Fantastic Four. And
Okay. All right. Who knew that all it took for me to get on board with a Fantastic Four movie was to make part of it feel like Star Trek the original series.
Interesting.
It definitely, like, more so than just like the 60s setting, like it has that kind of air to it. And then especially like there's like a section in the movie where I was like, this is very Star Trek and
Mm,
I want more. I want more of this.
hmm
Um Technically fourth time's the charm. And I say that because this is technically like the fifth
Oh,
Fantastic Four movie, but this is the fourth theatrically released Fantastic Four movie.
right, right.
Yeah. So there's that. Um, I love that a world exists where people listen to and champion scientists. That's fun.
hmm
Vanessa Kirby and uh Eben Moss Backrack, they're the MVPs for me.
Mm,
Um,
nice.
yeah, I think they delivered the best performances.
hmm
But I really liked this rendition of Johnny. It's very different than the Chris Evans ones or the Michael B. Jordan one.
hmm
And it was kind of surprising because it was almost like low key, and then you kind of like tap into what he's doing as the movie goes on, and you're like, oh, I get it. I get where you're coming from. Like, yes, I liked it.
Hmm.
Um, I I really liked Pedro Pascal. I feel like maybe it was the edit that kind of makes his performance feel a little weird,
hmm
but um I loved him. I loved his interaction with everybody, and yeah, I dug his read.
Yeah.
I would like to see maybe a more like confident read
Mm,
going forward.
hmm
Um yeah, it is interesting because I feel like it doesn't necessarily have anything to say about like the 60s,
mm.
which is, the whole, that's kind of the time period. So then it just kind of feels weird where it's like, I think this is still the 1960s, but I don't know why this is set in it because we're not really addressing like the 60s setting. And I feel like you could have just made this 2025.
hmm
Um, there's maybe like one or two things that I'm like, oh, okay, I guess this is why. Or I guess like that's you trying to critique something from like the era.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I'm like, oh, okay, like so it is a little weird, but I also feel like it makes it a little bit more timeless,
Yeah.
especially because this is one of the most like standalone movies in the
hmm
MCU, like from recent memory.
hmm
Um, yeah, I think it's great. I had a lot of fun with it. I'm excited to see them come back. I don't think I'm excited that they're going to be helmed by different directors. um, because
Oh, you mean because they're coming back in the Avengers movies, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Interesting.
I'm excited that they're going to come back. I don't know that the Russos are going to handle them particularly well.
So who directed this?
Matt Shackman, he did WandaVision.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Which it also like kind of has that like feeling to, like there is a sort of like classic, ness to it,
hmm
that like harkening back to like that era that, was really prevalent in WandaVision because it was all like going through the history of sitcoms.
hmm
Um, yeah. Uh, I think it was very well directed. I think you can
Okay.
still tell that like he's a new or like not a super for sure director.
Hmm. He's
But
just fantastic.
he's just fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think he did a good job. I think the cast did great. Um, yeah.
Nice. Okay. Well, I'm gonna cut you off right now.
Okay.
Oh, you can't see it.
I
It's
can't
four
see
minutes
that.
and 44 seconds.
Dang.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Um, that's cool. I want to check it out. I'm I saw Superman with mom and dad, which like I haven't been to the movies with them in forever.
Hmm.
And dad really wants to check out Fantastic Four, so maybe we'll try and see it this weekend. So I was like, man,
Mm.
it feels like when we were kids again and we would go watch, the superhero movies with dad or mom and dad.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
man, sorry. In the process of me timing you, I discovered I have a rad splinter in my finger, and now it's
Oh
annoying me.
no.
So it's just gonna fester for the next episode. And
Which which I
but
guess is, pretty apropos
uh-huh,
for
by the
for
time
the
it's
movie we're
done,
talking
it's
about.
gonna be a full person.
Oh no.
Anti-Matt.
Anti-Matt. Negative Matt.
Damn.
Whoa. Ugh. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Yeah.
All right, we're talking about Alien Romulus.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Yeah. For those of you who have not seen Alien Romulus, please, this is your official timestamp to go watch it. If you don't care about spoilers, then stick around. Uh, Alien Romulus is the 2024 movie, the latest installment of the Alien franchise from director Fede Alvarez, who really hit the scene back in 2013, 2015. I don't remember, but he did the reboot of The Evil Dead,
Mm-hmm.
and then later on did Don't Breathe. Yeah, so he's back. He's back and he's doing Alien this time. Yeah, with a whole slew of young people.
Yeah. So I liked it. I'm just gonna jump
Hmm.
in. I really liked it.
Hmm.
The majority of problems I had with this movie is less with the movie and I guess more with the franchise itself.
Okay.
So this is essentially another Alien movie, just straight up just trying to be the first one.
Yeah.
And 75-80% of this movie, like, there's nothing new. Like,
Yeah.
it's already been done before, either by this franchise or other fiction that was inspired by this franchise.
Hmm.
You know, so there was a lot in this movie where I'm just like, and I don't know, maybe this comes down to the directing or it's the directing and the writing. Before a lot of this movie, I'm like, okay, this is cool. Uh, I don't know if this is fun. It's
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
weird because it's like, okay, do you think the first Alien movie is fun? It's fun in like a horror movie way,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I don't feel like this is a fun horror movie. In fact, I'm even tempted to not call it a horror movie.
Yeah.
Um, but at the same time, like it was fun, but it wasn't fun horror. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Hmm.
And I think part of the issue here is that the face huggers felt more of a threat than the xenomorphs.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
it's
That was
really
my
it
note too.
yeah, it's really kind of weird how they did that or like why. Like I don't know. So I think I'm just gonna lead off with the stuff I didn't like so then we can save all the stuff I did like for later. That's my number 3 point. I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1. Number three was just kind of overall, like, what are we gonna do with this franchise, guys? Like, we can't just keep repeating, At least all the other Alien movies felt different and unique,
Yeah.
you know? Aliens had the Marines and it was more of an action film. Alien 3, I think it's kind of more similar to the first one, but it's just the whole prison setting and the story with Ripley and the alien really went crazy. And I don't even remember Resurrection. I remember having fun,
Mm,
you know.
yeah.
But I don't know. Like I, Prometheus, I really liked. It's in the Alien franchise, but like it's kind of hard to call it an Alien movie. You know what I mean? It's in the
Oh,
timeline.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
But what I liked about Prometheus, it like thematically is an alien film because it's
Yeah.
about the exploration and
Hmm.
what's that in the dark. Let's go find out, you know, and
Yeah,
that's what I
yeah.
liked about it. I hated Covenant so much. Like I'm like you're taking this such a cool, scary plot of like the xenomorphs, and you're just like, nope, it's a movie about evil robots, you
Mm,
know, and I mean like truly evil. It's the whole. There's like so many like religious allegories around David in that film and everything. I'm just like, okay, this is just weird.
mm.
Like I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So we're but this one it was back to form. It's an alien movie. I'm like, all right, let's go. Uh, but then that kind of leads you into the same thing. You're like, okay, I got what I wanted. It was back to it being an alien movie, but now it's like, all right, I've seen all this before. Bummer.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it's
You
like,
yeah.
yeah,
For me, this is the Force Awakens of Alien.
kind of, yeah, it's just more of the
It
same, you know?
yeah, it's more of the same. It has absolutely nothing new to say. It is the greatest hits of the franchise, you know. Um yeah, I think I enjoyed it when I watched it the first time.
Hmm.
Uh and I was willing to like overlook like a lot of stuff. I was like, yeah, okay, like it's fine. Like, still had that note that the face huggers were scarier and more threatening than the xenomorph itself.
Yeah.
And yeah, this time around I didn't like it. I didn't like it as
Mm,
much. Um yeah, mostly because, and I feel like I want to just get this out of the way. Mostly because there's an entire character in this movie that is not played by a real person.
mm.
Um yeah, the entire character of Rook is a digital necromantic simulacrum of an actor who died well before this movie was in production. And yeah, uh, it's
Yeah.
it's bad. It's worse than you think. And this time around, I was like, oh wow, yeah, no, this is truly awful.
Like here's the thing, like I don't understand why that's in this movie.
Neither do I.
And this is if Ian Holmes spoiler alert, you know, they bring back Ian Holmes' character. It's a different one, but you know, he's a synthetic.
Yeah.
So he plays one of the synthetics in this film. If his family's cool with it, like, okay, you know, it's hard to argue on that. There's you can debate the ethics of AI and bringing back dead actors digitally, night and day. You know, we've certainly talked about it a lot before on this podcast,
Hmm.
but you know, that's not going to change. Uh, what really pisses me off is like it's not needed.
Yeah.
I had actually forgot because like I had been spoiled that Ian Holmes comes back in this movie, you know,
Hmm.
somewhere within the last year. I was like, okay, cool, whatever, or not cool, and I kind of forgot about it. And
Mm.
then so I'm watching this movie and the opening credits pop up and it says based off of characters from like Dan O'Bannon's original screenplay, and I was like, I don't think I've ever seen that credit in one of the any of the other Alien movies before.
No, that's in there
Is
because
it?
yeah, because Ripley is there.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I was thinking about more recently, but
Oh,
like
okay. Yeah.
but so right off the bat I thought of like they didn't bring Sigourney Weaver back, right? I know she doesn't want to come back.
Mm,
So
hmm.
and I knew that there was some kind of connection other than Ian Holm to this movie and blah blah blah. I was like, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah,
I'm gonna enjoy
yeah.
it. The character Rook, being Ian Holm, he works best in that first scene where they turn him over and he like, "Ah." I was like,
Mm,
oh damn, he looks cool because he's like
mhm,
covered in shadow. And then when he's on the screen, the little green screen, I was like, ooh, dude, that is so creepy because he
mhm,
looks just fake enough, you know? He looks
mhm,
like a synthetic. I'm like, okay, that's pretty solid. But like, he's an actual character like throughout the film.
mhm.
And I'm like, this isn't like Leia's cameo at the end of Rogue One, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And even closer, like they bring back Tarkin, right? In Rogue One.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
They
he's
don't
it.
do it with the voice. They just do it with the likeness.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, that's more similar. But no, like he's straight up having conversations in broad spaceship light, you know? I'm like, this
Mhm.
just and it looks bad.
Mhm.
Like I give me dodgy MCU CGI over this any day, man.
Yes, dude. Yeah.
Like if you're gonna well, you do this because it's cheap. You don't do it because you want it to look good. You know what I mean?
100%.
That's
Yeah.
the whole point
Yeah.
of AI. You want it to be cheap.
Mhm.
But like from a storytelling perspective, like I would have had if you're gonna write this character in, I would have had almost like all of him be through the screens,
Mhm.
you know, or that first scene, just have him kind of in darkness or whatever, you
Mhm.
know. Because like that one room where we meet him, it's pretty dark. I'm like, that would have been solid. And then we never see him again. You only see him on the screens.
Yeah.
Like story wise only, like, sure, that makes sense. That works. Don't have him in actual in because in all intents and purposes, he's the antagonist of the film, you
Yeah.
know, and there's portions of him, you know, just on screen here and there. I'm just like, ah, dude, this looks bad. It looks like a bad video game, you
Mhm.
know. But then even then at the same time, like I don't know why they didn't they could this could have been Michael Fassbender because we know there was other David models out there. I don't know what how long ago that was.
Yeah.
Or you can even get the guy who played I don't know the actor's name who played the synthetic in this movie, Andy.
Yeah.
That would have
Yeah.
been rad if he had played this version. You
Mhm.
know, even though we did the two Fassbenders in the last one, like this
Mhm.
would have been interesting.
I mean,
Um,
we're already pulling from, all of the other movies that have come before. So like,
yeah,
yeah, you could have just done that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So and I like how it was very clear when Andy was and wasn't on our side. You know,
Yeah.
there was no, oh, is he or is he not? You know, so and I think they could have got the actor to play Rook, and I think it would have worked the same way. It would have worked fine. I think that would have been fun.
Yeah.
Um, and then if you really want to show off your technology or whatever, you save all your budget for like Rook's final scene when the ship's tearing open and you see all the light on him and his last moment. That's like the one time the audience truly gets to see this necromantic AI version of Ian Holm, you know?
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna do it, make it look good.
Yeah.
So yeah, so ethics aside, it still wasn't came nothing good came from that character, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
um you could debate it and argue it if it was a good character or a good role, and I'm just like no, because it wasn't even like he wasn't scary, he wasn't menacing, it was just again more of the same.
Yeah.
I was like ah, damn it. So
Yeah.
that was my second point. My
Okay.
first point was kind of like the overall problems with the franchise, where are we going.
Yeah.
The second one was I guess that was it. It
Okay.
was the AI. And
Mm-hmm.
then number one, I guess it's not it's number one was the actual execution of this film.
Mm.
I thought it was great. It was
Mm-hmm.
spooky in spooky places.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it had great direction until the third act. Now
Mm.
here's the thing.
Okay.
I love the third act. It's my
Mm.
favorite
Mm-hmm.
part of the whole movie. I thought that's where like story-wise, everything is firing on all cylinders. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
this rocks. But like the editing was weird, and then this like I don't know if they were cut a lot from this movie, but like the deeper into the film you go, things just like they stop making sense, you know?
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know why Kay took the serum. Like I have no idea why she did it. does she even know what it does? Like there, so that's a pretty big plot hole right there.
Yeah, yeah,
Like things like that. Also the big one for me, like none of the deaths were really cool or scary. You know,
yeah,
the first girl, Navarro, hers was because it's the first one, so it's usually the most shocking.
yeah, yeah,
Brutal, brutal. But congrats to that actress. She got on the cover,
yeah,
So kind of. But everyone else was like, Bjorn, I'm like, this character sucks. And he had a sucky death. Like, that was a cool
yeah,
opportunity to give him a really badass death, you
yeah.
know? He's an idiot, so I can forgive the fact that like he makes idiot choices by staying under the thing, But
Hmm.
then like he starts getting melted away by acid slowly and stays like,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then I don't know what happens. Like he just like, how did
Like,
he die? It was like all of a sudden he was like, oh,
yeah, yeah. It was too sudden. I was like, did something like burst out of him, or what? Like, I don't know. Like,
yeah,
it was too quick. And I'm like, no, for a character this crappy, like, no, he
yeah,
deserved a much worse death.
yeah.
You
Hats off to
know?
the actor because I hated that character.
Yeah, yeah,
And then Tyler's death was just like, okay, it's the stereotypical.
yeah. Like,
He took a bullet for her, you know. It wasn't this bad, but like no, but it felt that way. Like you see the tail coming for what's her name? The main girl?
um,
Anna? Frankie?
no, Rain.
Rain. I was way off.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you see the tail coming for
Frankie.
Rain, and then the guy just like gets in front of it. Like, ah. And he did good. I thought he was a good like co-lead and like that kind of like the leader of the group, Like I thought he
Hmm.
did well. He does really well in Shadow and Bones. He's one of the main characters.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And yeah, but then like he can't even shoot the gun because it's like on his back. So he's just like shouting. We hear him shouting, get some. They are. They're getting
They're
quite a
about
lot
to,
of
my
some.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, that sucks.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it sucks like in a bad way. Like that just wasn't a cool death.
Hmm.
When Rain goes back in, you see like the blood just like raining from the ceiling.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
would have been the perfect time to do that while her and Kay were still underneath it, you
Hmm.
know? And I'm like, I don't know, just some like yeah, so it's those little things. And then once you get into the third act, there's like all these little a lot of stuff keeps happening and I don't know why.
Hmm.
And that whole sequence was interesting because like you jump from Rain and Andy like finally run like they go it was a cool scene where they have to dodge the acid in the zero G. I was
Yeah,
like
that
that
was
was
rad.
cool.
That was
But then
rad.
after that like okay, we need to run, we need to get out of here. But then it's
Hmm.
also cutting with Kay like trying to like get to the ship and it's just like the cutting was weird. I wasn't sure what was happening. I'm like okay, it's
Hmm.
just a fluke. It's one moment. But
Hmm.
no, then when Kay gets in there and she decides to take the serum stuff for some reason, I'm
Hmm.
like, "Oh, okay." Like I yeah, and then I don't just that all of that editing was just weird. Like I feel like they
Yeah,
were
I
trying to
agree.
speed up to the ending and they wanted to keep the pace up to keep the suspense up and
Hmm.
they probably cut a little too much because I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah, yeah.
So uh but I love those kind of twist endings and I do like how this franchise usually does pretty good in having that like oh we already had our three acts, but then like the epilogue turns into another action scene.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
It's like
and
you think
this,
you're safe, you got out of the house. No, the killer's in the car. Ah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and where like a lot of horror movies, like, ooh, that's when you get like a jump scare and it cuts to credits. Like, no,
Yeah.
Alien, we get to see our heroine like overcome and kill the thing, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
And this was no different. It was the same. It was pretty damn gross and scary, that
Hmm.
this human xenomorph, this
Hmm.
Zeman
Z-
humomorph.
Yeah.
Humomorph comes out
Yeah, like
of
human morph.
K, and I'm like, oh my God, dude, that
Yeah.
sucks. And she survives.
Oh,
That
well, she survives the birth.
she
Yeah.
just survives, giving birth to an egg.
Yeah. Yeah.
That poor girl had the worst night of her life.
Oh yeah.
Isabella
Oh yeah.
Merced, man, like she's true queen material in this
Mm-hmm.
movie. Like
Mm-hmm.
she got thrown through the ringer. I'm like, and then finally I was like, oh man, she's dead. Nope, we still got a whole other movie of torturing this poor girl. I'm like, jeez.
Yeah.
So, so she was definitely a high point of the film.
Mm-hmm.
She was. I liked Tyler. I liked Rain. What was her name? Kaylee
Kaylee Spiny.
Spiney. Is that how you say it?
Mm-hmm.
Um, she's blown up, man. She's doing a lot of stuff. I
Mm-hmm.
liked her. They just didn't give her a lot.
That's my biggest thing. It's like outside of Andy, nobody is really a character.
Yeah.
We're just kind of told to empathize with these people,
Hmm.
and I'm like, okay, like, and I guess you could kind of, make that same argument, like that's kind of, the crew from the first Alien. It's like we really don't know them, like they're just working stiffs,
That's
and
kind of like the
that's
whole franchise. It's
yeah,
really Ripley is the one. She's the badass. And then I'd say Shaw
yeah,
from Prometheus. But
yeah.
even I didn't even remember the protagonist for Covenant. I had to look it up. I was like, oh, it's us. What, Catherine
Oh yeah,
Waterston, I
Catherine,
think.
yeah, Watterson, yeah.
Completely forgot.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, Covenant doesn't really handle its characters well at
yeah,
all.
yeah.
Yeah, uh, but yeah, like I don't know, there was just something about it. Where it's like, all right, I'm empathizing enough with these, with this crew.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I feel like we just don't really get enough of them. Uh,
Yeah.
and then they're all gone.
Yeah.
Before we can even like really feel bad for, Navarro
Hmm.
or even really like, take, if you want, like you can take solace in the fact that like, yeah, Bjorn, you deserve that. You deserve it all. It's like, no, because it's all over
Yeah.
too quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I'm like,
Um,
oh,
yeah, yeah. So I don't know. There's
I would have
um
had the thing like open up on him and like all the acid comes down. He's like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
yeah.
really, yeah, just a true like melt. Like just
Yeah.
that would have been rad. Um
Say hi to your mom for me. That's what I would say if I was Andy.
oh
But
wow.
Andy wasn't even in that scene, so
Yeah, exactly. Uh, yeah, it's pretty telling that Fede Alvarez is a fan of Alien Isolation.
yeah,
Because this definitely felt like a video game.
yeah.
This felt like it could be, part two
But
or whatever, just another game in that saga.
yes, but at the same time, I love that game because it's so scary. And we didn't get any of that here.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm like, I've never played it because I'm too scared. I watch other people play it. That's
yeah.
how intrigued and how much I love these movies and the Xenomorph. Like I watch other people play it,
Hmm.
so I don't have to do it. But like there was no hiding. There's no hiding in lockers. There's no hiding in the vents. I'm just like,
Hmm.
even if it's again more of the same, like it's kind of staples for alien movies. I wanted to see
Hmm.
the things go okay when they enter the ship and they're going through that tight crawl space. I'm like, someone's getting chased through here by xenomorph. I know it, and it didn't happen. I was like, well, that's a
Yeah,
bummer, you
yeah.
know. So, yeah, yeah. I Alien Isolation is a video game I highly recommend, especially if you like a good scare. But
Hmm.
yeah, none of that was in this.
Yeah.
That would have been perfect with Kay. Like, have her hide in a locker, just like the game, and you see the thing like walking by. Like, oh
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, yeah. Um, I think I said 75 to 80% of this movie had been done before. It was nothing
Hmm.
new. But the like 20% that was new and what I did like about Kaylee Spiney's role was her relationship with Andy. And I really liked that. I kind of
Yeah.
they dived into it just enough. Like we got the backstory we needed,
Hmm.
but like that to me, that's the heart. That's the heart of the story. It's a brother sister movie, and it's really cool because the brother turns evil, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, geez, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
And I think it's done well because we assume, and of course they call it out later, Andy's new priority is to the company. It's like, okay,
Hmm.
cool. But like we don't know where the others fall on his priority list. We know they're not top, you know? So it's
Hmm.
like the fact that he's the one who tells them like how to sneak past the face huggers and stuff, and he's leading them. Like I thought all of that was really cool because we never know when this guy is going to like leave them,
Yeah.
or just flip, and then he's even the one who gives them the guns. He's like, you can't use them though. Like all of that stuff
Yeah.
I thought was really good. And I did like how they continuing the franchise and the story by bringing in this new element of like, oh, we're trying to evolve humans, so they're bringing in this new kind of sample of DNA. It
Hmm.
apparently, so it came from the first xenomorph from the first movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's cool, thematically.
So
Comes
it did
around.
that. It did that, and then the scientists reverse engineered its DNA.
Yeah.
And then they show like in like the little like hologram, like the the cylinder that had the black goo from Prometheus. And then you even hear the little Prometheus notes
Hmm.
like there. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. That's so rad.
So,
And yeah, it's basically like what they did was reverse engineer the engineers.
right, and I like how what did I call him? The humalien? No, the
Uh,
humomorph.
Humomorph, yeah.
I like how the humomorph looked kind of like the engineers, like the pale white gooey skin and
Hmm.
the big round black eyes. I was like, oh,
Hmm.
okay, that's cool. Um, should have had Kate hair.
Right? It's
But
all, man, really looks like his dad. No.
yeah, he looks like his dad.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I like that. So, okay, if I get this right,
Hmm.
the xenomorphs are essentially created by the engineers, right? Or like
Uh,
accidentally? I don't remember.
kind of.
It's like the eggs are on the planet, right? Like the engineers were still wiped out by something.
Oh, no, 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 no. It's been a minute. No, the engine, like, essentially, the planet in Prometheus was like a weapons testing facility. They messed up, something happened, and the whole facility like was killed. And then no xenomorphs, no nothing. When the humans get there, they open up the canisters, and then stuff starts crawling around, like they get infected, they're becoming, creepy aliens. And then it isn't until the end, after Shaw like gets her like alien, taken out of her by that
Yeah.
machine, um, that infects the engineer that Wayland revives, and then the creature that comes out of that is a kind of like the first xenomorph.
Yeah.
But then that kind of has no bearing on the rest of the franchise, because in Covenant, it's shown that David is the one that's making the xenomorphs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause like he like that's what like the protomorph is, like the all white one that doesn't
Hmm.
really crawl around, and then later on like makes the xenomorph proper. And that's what they fight
So
in for the rest of the
it's
movie.
probably just like a natural evolution of whatever they were messing with,
Hmm.
and a mixture of those elements. Like, so
Hmm.
essentially the engineers are just Wayland Yutani,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
before humans. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks. So I like how that this does end on a hopeful note. It
Yeah.
wasn't like the last one, which was just really, oh man, they're screwed. You
Yeah.
know, it's like, okay. Um, so yeah, so that's good. Uh yeah, like so I really dug the brother sister element of it. The actor who plays Andy,
David Johnson.
David Johnson.
Hmm.
Dude, he carried this movie. Like,
Yeah, yeah. This is his movie.
which is crazy because like you don't really see him in the trailers, and like I don't remember seeing him a lot like in the press junkets and stuff when this movie came out.
Yeah, yeah.
But when he came out, I was like, oh, okay, this is a cool like character, like an insecure, stuttering synthetic. Kind of reminds me of B2 Emo from Andor. And I
Yeah,
was like, okay, this is interesting.
yeah.
And you instantly like the guy. He's an underdog, you know?
Yeah. He's
And
telling bad
he's like the
jokes.
Winnie the Pooh of the Alien universe, you know? Yeah, he's telling all the dad jokes, and I like that that was like from her dad. So like he programmed that into Andy.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. I like the kind of found family aspect of this group. I wish we actually got to see more of that, you
Yeah.
know, really have that impact of like we're left to think and assume why they split, you know.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, but then, dude, like as soon as he gets the Wayland chip in his head, dude, like the actor
Hmm.
just changed it up. A game, he get this, he acted.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa!
Whoa.
It's like he was another character. Whoa.
Wow.
I love that dude, and I love the idea of Rook getting to him and saying like you have to show them like how to survive, how to
Hmm.
live, and I like that where like he gets shocked. He's like, I'm sorry, I just didn't want to feel like a burden, a liability. I didn't want to, weigh you down. Uh, Boom, and he gets up and he chases Navarro. I was like, that is so terrifying.
Hmm.
Like to me, that's scarier than like the Terminator, just this kind of lifeless, emotionless robot,
For
you
sure.
know,
For sure.
like
Yeah.
which I mean that's kind of what he is throughout this whole movie, but I guess it's like through that scene because he just kind of like got electrocuted, he was kind of like fritzy a little bit. It
Hmm.
was more like Andy, but it's like and then he flips, it's like, oh dude, because it's like you get it, like you get where he's coming from,
Hmm.
and he's just like, Rain is my priority,
Hmm.
and if it's good for her, I'm happy, I'm like, oh dude. And yeah, then he's just gonna kill everyone. I was like, oh
Yeah.
crap, dude. So wasn't it David Johnson?
Yes. Yes.
David
David
Johnson,
Johnson.
man. Hell of a good job. Here's the thing. All this I'm saying about it's just the same stuff over and over,
Hmm.
but the stuff that I did like, I really liked. And that
Okay.
does make me excited for a sequel.
Okay.
Because there's no way they can just remake Alien again
Hmm.
for a sequel. Because that's what this movie was. It's just a remake of Alien, just new cast, different circumstances.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm kind of excited. Like I like the idea that Rain is going to fix Andy. I like how that relationship is still going. And who knows where they're going when they're gonna wake up. I think 6 years or something, 9 years, whenever.
9 years. Yeah.
9 years. Like that just sucks in this universe, man. Like
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I was thinking about that the Marines who travel in the second movie in Aliens,
Hmm.
they're never seeing their family again. Like
Yeah.
how
Probably
long
not.
were
Yeah.
they in cryo? Like,
Yeah. I don't know.
and if everything goes well, they have to get in cryo just to go back. Like,
Hmm.
how many missions do you have where you have to go in cryo? Like,
Yeah.
it's like Interstellar, man. You come back from like one tour and your toddler's like a teenager now. You're
Hmm.
like, space sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sucks in this
Speak.
franchise.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, yeah, like so I would be down for a sequel, especially with Rain and Andy, um, and also just to kind of see what they do next. Like, what's the next evolution of this story, and with this new serum they have, and what happens to that? Because that's still on board.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I guess
Kay
it is
just
still
took
on
the
board.
one, so it's
Yeah.
still on board.
Oh,
And also, we've
crap.
done the evil synthetic so many times. Like, I actually want to see one who's able to like resist it,
Mm.
and fight back. And I think Andy's the perfect because he's already had it in his head. I
Hmm.
wonder if it's a thing of like, does he still have all the knowledge in his head, or is it instantly like when he reboots, is it wiped?
Mm.
Like,
Yeah,
so he
yeah.
doesn't have the
That's a good question.
protocols, but does he still have the knowledge? Like, that would be interesting.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
so it's the potential of what they can do for a sequel that has me excited, you know?
yeah.
And honestly, dude, set it on a space station, like full. That
Yeah.
was that was when they said this Romulus, I like the idea of like the like it's
The
one
two
space station,
halves.
but it's two halves. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. They didn't really do anything with that though.
Yeah.
Like there was no duality themes throughout this movie. There was no Cillian Murphy having to jump out of the airlock scene like in Sunshine. Like I thought they were gonna have to jump across to get to the ship or something,
Yeah,
like
yeah. Or something where it's like, oh, like maybe uh I'm trying, yeah, I'm trying to think of like even if they needed to like separate like two halves of the ship, or something like
yeah,
that. To like give them more time to like we still have to get the cryopods or the fuel for the pods or whatever. But we got to make it there
yeah,
through all the aliens, whatever. Like that would have been cool.
yeah.
I think just having the visual of the station itself and it's like constant like falling into the planet's gravity
Mm-hmm.
and then
It's an
getting like
asteroid belt.
yeah into the asteroid belt. I'm like, dude, like what a great like what great set design, what a great setting,
Yeah,
for your like for
yeah,
your story. But yeah, just really does feel like a missed opportunity.
yeah.
Like you're not exploring these things, properly to their fullest potential. Here's how I feel. Romulus feels like the movie they would have made if they if they couldn't get Sigourney Weaver back.
Mm,
This
mm-hmm.
feels like this is what Alien would have been if we just like, hey, we just want to rush production, to get a sequel out there,
Yeah,
Um, yeah, like this is the movie that gets made and released the very next year.
right,
Um,
right.
like because I don't know, like it has that kind of quality, like which it would it would be groundbreaking, back in its day. But yeah, it just does feel kind of like novel now, where it's like, well, yeah, we've seen all of this before.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's kind of my thing. I'm like for this to be the launching point, and sort of like soft reboot for the franchise, or at least like like continuation for it. I'm like, okay, why? I'm interested in where you go from here, but I'm not excited.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
yeah, it's like and even to your point, like oh cool, like they still have the black goo on board their ship. I'm like, okay, are we gonna follow these characters again though?
right.
Like
Yeah,
like I don't know, like at this point I'm almost like why don't we just make the Alien series an anthology now? Like just have a whole new crew, next time around or something. It's either
well,
that or you go in the opposite direction and like give me an adventure movie.
mm,
Give me the alien adventure movie, like have the xenomorph or whatever happens, like it's still the antagonist, but now like I don't know, I was just thinking like we have kind of like a weird like every alien movie is like its own weird subgenre of horror. The first one is like the old haunted house.
yeah,
The second one is definitely like, survive the night kind of thing. Three is the prison escape, kind of movie. Four is sort of four is sort of more like the action comedy, I think.
yeah, definitely. I
And
see
then
that.
Prometheus is definitely like truly like gothic horror in a way where it's like we're trying to find ourselves, you know, and
Heart of
then
Darkness, like
yeah,
Congo. Yeah.
yeah, exactly, like Congo. Go watch our Congo review, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then Covenant feels kind of like the mad scientist movie, you know,
Yeah.
where it's like, oh, you think you're safe because I'm inviting you in, and then slowly you find out, no, I'm going to use you for my experiments.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so I'm
House
like,
of Wax.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So, you know, like, and then this one truly is just kind of like, no, it's the first one, but, you know,
It's an alien movie.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
an alien movie at
Yeah.
this point.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want the action adventure. Make it pirates. What do space pirates look like in this universe, you know?
Right. Well, so the xenomorph like drops down, opens its face, and the little mouth comes out. It's like, and the subtitles come up and it says, "Honey, it ain't the years, it's the mileage." And then
Wow.
the xenomorph puts on a
Wow.
fedora and pulls out a whip.
And then we get a really weird, like, distorted version
And the
of the
xenomorph
indie theme.
swings from station to station. That's
Yeah,
what I wanted. Yeah.
there you go.
So,
There you
but
go.
even like the point of Romulus and Remus, like, I get it, the whole Roman thing about perfection and stuff.
Hmm.
Um, I get it. I was like, okay, we got to call it something. And it is a cool title. But like, I was expecting, like, if you have these two, where's the duality here? And one of Cinema Sin, I mean, not David, Andy doesn't talk to Rook again once he gets a chip out of his head. It's
Mm.
just like, okay, I used you. It's over. I was like, no, man, I wanted him to come back and do something like, hmm, I have seen where your error in your logic is, blah, 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 blah.
Mm.
Weyland Yutani will never succeed because of this. And blah, blah. Now, we don't have to go full like cheese and just be like, it's because I am loved, which is why my mission succeeded. We don't have to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Although it is owned by Disney now. So,
And it shows.
oh no, aliens woke now. Boom.
No, no, it's not that. No, no,
That's gonna just
no.
be all of our
Oh,
taglines now.
yeah,
Congo's woke.
yeah, yeah. Alien woke.
What did
God,
we watch
no.
before that? Oh, Superman. Superman's woke.
Superman.
That's already been done.
Oh, God.
So,
No. Stop it.
um, yeah, but I wanted something like that, and
Hmm.
again, it was just there's no point in bringing Ian home back,
Yeah,
especially when he looked like crap.
yeah,
Do it
yeah.
Fassbender, do it David Johnson, or get a new actor.
Hmm.
Like I don't know. I am interested in the new show Alien Earth, and I don't know where in the timeline it is.
It's supposed to take place before, I mean, Alien.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
interesting.
So I'm like, I don't like, I am intrigued, but again, I'm not excited, and I'm really like trepidatious with it because it's like, why do we keep setting these stories before?
Why don't they just go forward?
Like
Like,
just go forward. Like
yeah,
at any point, you can just say, "Hey, this is when this story take place." You could set it,
yeah,
you could set it within that timeline or that time gap between Alien and Aliens,
yeah.
or you can just set it after Aliens and just have it be completely separate from Sigourney Weaver's story.
Do we
Like
know when Covenant takes place?
Covenant is also before Alien.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I did like the production design of this. A lot of it did look a mix of kind of like the analog from the first movie and then just
Hmm.
downright dirty, grungy space grunge,
Hmm.
I mean, look at this. Sorry, podcast listeners, but video watchers, look at this background. Like,
That
geez,
that's cool. That's
I
rad as
love
hell.
it.
That almost looks like Sunshine too.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
We are all stardust. Yeah.
exactly.
Much cooler crew than this one.
Yeah, yeah. Much more
Um,
likable crew. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Here's my thing too. It's like you never at any point, you never really feel scared for these characters,
Mhm.
and you're also never surprised when any of them get killed off.
Yeah.
I think obviously it probably, it wouldn't have been thematically resonant. Um, but if you really wanted to like freak people out, All you had to do was kill like uh Rain in that like final fight or something. Like
Dude,
don't
kill Ray. Like, I
like
think there's
don't kill Kay. Like don't have her be like she's also killed off screen. Like she's just like getting her neck munched on
that
by
sucks.
that thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, this
And
sucks.
I'm like, I think Isabella Merced did such a good job. Like, I think there's an alternate universe where like she's the lead,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Uh, but but again, it's not that Kaylee Spione didn't do a good job. It's just that she
No,
didn't
yeah.
have enough to do,
Yeah.
you know? And
Yeah.
even what she did, like the third act, she isn't as badass as Ripley, you know? Now, granted,
Mhm.
that's a high bar, but it's just like if we're gonna keep doing this and having like a female protagonist step up and become the one to kill the thing, like let's make it badass.
Yeah.
Or at least try to do it differently. You know, she doesn't have to physically get into a fight with it or anything, but I'm like, another alien sucked out of a hole. You know, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, dude, and I'm tired of it. I'm so tired of it. Like that's happened in every single one of these movies except for Prometheus and Alien 3. And I'm like, "Oh,
You
well."
find something that the acid doesn't burn through. She
Mhm.
uses it like gauntlets, douche, douche, so instead of like the robot, you know,
Yeah,
Ripley's
yeah.
robot. She kind of just like uses it like giant boxing gloves, and she's able to like beat the crap out of it without getting the acid on her, you
Mhm.
know? Or she
Mhm.
does, and she has this wicked scar later. But yeah, I don't know. I just want. I don't remember if Predator did this in one of the AVPs, but like, I just want one of these protagonists to grab the little baby mouth and rip it out.
I think they do that in the first AVP.
Well, good. That's good
Yeah.
writing.
Yeah.
I don't know if
See,
it's a
like,
good movie, but
does it have to be?
yeah, that's a good point. But
Does it have to
I
be?
kind of like the second one more than the first.
Which is interesting, you know, because like everybody will tell you that you're wrong, you're dumb, it's awful, horrible movie.
I
Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm like, uh, now that we're on this track, let's get into it because that kind of seems like we're building to another AVP. Dan
yeah.
Trachtenberg, you know, who did Prey
Hmm.
and is directing Predator Badlands that comes out this year.
Hmm.
Also had like a huge hand in Killer of Killers.
Hmm.
Um,
He's essentially
he
running the Predator universe right now.
yeah, essentially, and he said that like yeah, he wants to do an AVP. I
Yeah.
don't know if he wants to direct it, but like yeah, like he wants to lead to it.
Well, and that's what Fetty said. He said, "I would love." Apparently, they're working on the script, a sequel to this.
Okay,
But he said
okay.
he would love to do an AVP with Dan Trachtenberg, like if they
See,
co-direct.
see,
I'm like,
there you
that's
go.
cool.
I'm like I would be I'm way more interested in that
Yeah.
than a straight up sequel to this movie.
So real quick, because we're already running towards the end here.
Hmm. Hmm.
If you watch Predator, Killer of Killers into Disney Plus or Disney added like like extended cut, in the
Hmm.
extended cut, there's some references to the past Predator movies, and they're kind of hinting at how like the future of the Predator franchise, also how you can bring back certain characters. So I'm like, that's
Hmm.
interesting. Um, I don't know if, you know, I do want to see another AVP and I want it to be good. Um, but you could give it to both of them, or you could just give it to Dan Trachtenberg. I don't know. Here's my question. How is this guy's, what do you say? Don't Breathe, right?
Yeah, don't breathe.
How was Don't Breathe and how was his Evil Dead movie? Were they good?
I haven't seen Evil Dead.
Okay.
Um, I can already hear friend of the show, Mickey, screaming.
He just fell down.
Yeah, he just fell down. Sorry,
Yeah.
bro. Um, but apparently, a lot of people really enjoyed it. You know, obviously Sam Raimi gave his blessing. Bruce
Yeah.
Campbell, you know, really liked it. Um, it then that kind of like revitalized a lot of the love for Evil Dead, and I think that's kind of what helped pave the way for Ash versus the Evil Dead.
Mm. Hmm.
Because you know, to show studios like, hey, like there's still love for this franchise,
Yeah.
like you know, um, But I saw Don't Breathe. I'm mixed on it,
Hmm.
mostly just because of the story.
Yeah.
I think it's all very well done, and I do think it's very well directed. And again, like, it kind of like I can see why they got Fetty to do this movie because it's kind of already in his wheelhouse. Like we're taking a group of
Yeah.
young, sort of impoverished people and putting them in this like terrible situation. They have to fight for their life. Um, I think I was just not okay with the twist of Don't Breathe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that I'm just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Definitely not my bag.
Okay. Well, I'm just curious because like kind of I have a lot of like complaints about this movie just because like I feel like they had the right stuff. They just didn't know how to implement it. And I
Hmm.
think one of my biggest disappointments about this was it wasn't scary enough. And
Hmm.
I'm the guy who hates horror movies.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
wanted to watch this movie so bad, and I didn't because I was scared. So I guess I was just really disappointed with how not scary it was.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's why I want to know. Oh, and I was asking about Evil Dead because like Evil Sam Raimi knows how to take those horror tropes and like elevate them or twist them. And that's kind of what
Hmm.
Evil Dead is. So I was kind of wondering how this guy's Evil Dead was because this movie reminds me a lot more of like a slasher flick than it does an
Mm.
alien movie, which
Hmm.
is why I think the face huggers are more scary because that's like the scariest part of like the alien franchise in this. The xenomorphs just are essentially slashers in this, you know?
Yeah.
And it was cool. It was a cool scene when she turns off the zero G and they're just floating and she's just picking them off one by one. It was cool,
Hmm.
but I'm like, that's essentially what this whole movie is. Like, they're not really a threat.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. When you can just like pick them off, like, and not have to move. It would have been cooler if like she had to move around, It's
Yeah.
like, Andy, hold on, and like kick
Yeah.
off and then have to like battle around, both the xenomorphs and the blood. Like that would have been rad.
Or even if you still do that, like it's got to be earned, you know?
Yeah.
That's kind of her Ripley moment because she goes back for Andy, I'm like, okay, I
Hmm.
like that. But again, it's just like it's what's like the self-guided aimbot
Hmm.
and I'm like again, it's just like one less thing to make her badass. But then at the same time it's just
Yeah.
like, well, we don't she wouldn't have the training with the guns. So it's just weird. I would have had Andy do it, you know? Like he pops back
And
up and he's just like, I may not it's like, my priority has returned to protect Rain, but I still remember my training. And then like the whaling like logo
oh my
comes up.
goodness.
Oh, but they wouldn't kill the xenomorphs.
Yeah, yeah. Because
He
they're
like
technically like company assets. Yeah.
he like busts off like the scope on the gun and like wears it kind of like a cyborg and he just takes them out. Yeah. I don't know. It's just like it just do something interesting with this.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like taking like your killer and just taking away all his abilities and powers and just having like I don't know, like having a whole town surround him and beat the living crap out of him to death. To death.
Yeah,
Except he actually stays dead.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what this kind of felt like. I'm just like, okay, well,
yeah.
yeah,
I was just really glad that we didn't get like, the a mech suit callback.
right,
I
yeah,
was really happy we didn't get that.
yeah.
Um,
I do love well, I said the production designs, like the ship designs,
mhm.
awesome. And
Yeah, yeah.
I
I think they're absolutely gorgeous. Oddly enough, it's like I really loved the opening. Like
the
I love
planet
everything
stuff,
on the planet. Yeah.
yeah,
And this is the first time we're really seeing like the company for what it is.
yeah,
I mean, like obviously we already know that
yeah,
like the companies love screwing these people over, but this is a not yet terraformed world, and we're seeing like how gruesome the conditions are. Like there's
yeah.
zero sunlight. And
And
that's
I
agonizing. That's
love that.
awful.
I love it,
Yeah.
like the little bits of world building we're getting here. These are
Mm-hmm.
people who all these kids were born here,
Mm-hmm.
and they're stuck here now.
Mm-hmm.
And, I like seeing that how, this world where the corporations are running everything, like there is no human resources,
Yep.
you're just tools. I even like it when she goes to the trailers. It's like really bad, like ADR, but you hear the people walking by says, "Oh, another 12 died this week. Man, we're dropping like flies." Is obviously bad ADR and bad
Mm-hmm.
acting, but I
Yeah. Yeah.
appreciate that. I'm like, yeah, this is kind of the vibe I'm getting from this world, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, and then again, like Bjorn, finding out that like a synthetic left his mom behind and two others in order to save like 50. It's stuff like that. It's like, yeah, it makes sense in this universe. But it's like those little world building moments. I'm like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay, now we're cooking. And I think that's one of the reasons why I'm looking forward to Alien Earth is because we get to see Earth for the first time in this
Mm-hmm.
franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Not
If you're
including
not
the
counting AVP.
AVPs, yeah. And we get to see like what is it like in the future, and from the trailers, it still looks beautiful, big
Mm-hmm.
bright city. So it's like, okay, is this like the one percenters? Uh, like who's in the city? You know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like kind of more of the world. That's more of the stuff I want to get into. Like build our playground. Build our playground, then we'll let the xenomorph run loose. So
Yeah.
also apparently there's a lot more aliens in the show because
Mm.
apparently there's four different species on that ship. And I'm like,
That's
interesting,
what I've been saying this
right?
whole freaking time.
Right.
The fact that we got the Mad Scientist movie in Covenant
Hmm.
and David wasn't making any of the aliens that like they we had a whole freaking toy line for this franchise where it was like, "Oh, it's the flying alien, and he's got like little
Yeah.
wings,
Yeah.
on the stuff that are detachable, or like I think there was one like the silverback or something that's like it's a xenomorph, but it's like thick and it looks like a gorilla and it's
Yeah.
running around. I'm like, that's what I wanted from Covenant. And
Yeah.
like Ridley Scott, you can tell, doesn't want to be making alien movies. He
Hmm.
wants to make his weird android movies with Michael Fassbender, but he
Hmm.
has to make alien movies. So he's just giving us the bare minimum. And I'm like, all
Yeah.
right, Sir Ridley, fine, whatever. This was the moment, Fetty, where you could have just done that and given us those aliens. It's a weird experimentation like thing. Like
Hmm.
we're experimenting. We don't know what this thing is. We're gonna keep using its stuff and making weird hybrids and doing stuff. That's what you. It should have been a big old monster mash of a movie
Yeah.
inside this space station that's about to crash into an
Yeah.
asteroid belt. You
Yeah.
know. Okay, now I'm more pumped for Alien Earth then, I
Right.
guess.
And
I
and
didn't know any of that.
and my thing is like what I really want to see is maybe also again why I'm looking forward to Alien Earth. I want to see a population. I want to
Yeah.
see uh one
I want to
high
see a
body
large
count.
number of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's one of the cool things about isolation. It's very much like BioShock.
Hmm.
Everything's
Hmm.
gone to hell, but there are survivors out there. There are other
Hmm.
people.
Oh,
So
they
you're
even
not
have.
alone.
I just saw it because I haven't played the game, but I just saw that like they have synthetics, but they're like an older version, and they look like crash test dummies, but with like
Yeah.
glowing eyes. I'm like,
Yeah.
you could have done that for Rook instead of having the crappy,
Yeah.
necromantic BS. Yeah.
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 So
Sorry.
yeah, I mean, there's so many things you can do, and you see in stuff like that. Yes, it's been done before, but not in the movies. So
Yeah.
that would have been a great translation, to film and to keep it in canon.
Yeah.
Like that would have
And
been
to
rad.
pull into canon because like isolation isn't technically canon, but like
Yeah, like
just
I
just
don't.
use some of the
I think
designs or
it's
something.
Ripley's daughter. I
Yeah, it's
think.
Ripley's daughter.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, there's so many different things you could do, and like again, I did enjoy this movie. It's just you could have done so much with what you already had. And of course,
Hmm.
we're not writing the script.
Yeah.
We're not making the movie, so
Yeah.
it's one thing for us who've never made an alien movie to critique and judge it, but it's just like,
Sure, sure.
but it's like all the pieces were there.
Yeah.
They just didn't really know how to like arrange them, or they cut out some important stuff because it's like I don't know.
Yeah.
They tried to do a Picasso that was never meant to be a Picasso. You know, it's just like,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
So what it feels like is it feels like a part one. Like it really feels like
Yeah.
I'm saving my cool ideas for a sequel. And it's like, no, dude,
I'm like,
because
no.
it's not guaranteed. Just give it to us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what Fetty did say though is um he wants to do a sequel, and of course he's working on it now. He's writing it. He's like, but
Yeah.
you have to give it time. He's like, a sequel should never be made in 2 years. You have to let it breathe, let the audience want it, and you got to let it. You got to sit on it for a while. I'm like,
Okay.
okay, interesting.
Okay.
You're already writing the script though, so I'm like, hmm,
I
okay,
mean, like, I guess, like, I mean, there's such a big difference between like writing the script and making the movie,
right, yeah,
and the
probably still a
scripts
year or
can
two out.
change.
Yeah,
Yeah, the script can change at any point, like
yeah,
you can start off with that great idea and then, as time goes on, you're like, oh no, like I gotta change it or do a rewrite, whatever. Um, so I get that, but I'm also of I'm also of the mindset it was just like we used to make these franchise pictures. We used to, and maybe this is bad, but like we had a stranglehold on the industry. And we were getting crappy spin-offs, crappy knockoffs. We were getting
hmm,
animated TV shows that had little to no bearing on the movie itself whatsoever. And it's just like it's just the IP. Put it out there.
yeah,
And I'm like, this is more so me talking about like other franchise movies that I enjoyed,
yeah,
like the Dungeons and Dragon movie. I'm like,
right.
we should have gotten word on a sequel ASAP, and we should be happily waiting for the animated series that's coming out like I don't know October or something. We used to be a proper country.
Everyone wants to make money, but they don't want to spend it.
Uh-huh.
That
Uh-huh. They
sums
don't
up Dungeons and Dragons right there.
Yeah, they don't want to risk it. They don't want to try.
They've sunk
Um
so much money into Hasbro. I mean, into
yeah.
Hasbro has sunk so much money into the Transformers movie. Just give us a fraction of that, and we will give you a rad D&D movie. We had a
Mhm.
rad D&D movie,
We had a Rad
you
D&D
know?
movie, but they didn't really do the marketing for it.
Yeah, I there's still so many people even today, like they never saw it. They had no interest. They're like, we don't know what this is,
Yeah.
and it's just like all the D&D people saw it and loved it, but everyone, and I have yet to find someone who's seen it and said that they didn't like the movie.
Yeah.
But it's just like nobody knew what it was, so they're just like, man, okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
So well, all good things must come to the end.
Uh-huh.
Um, unless you're the Alien franchise. But we have had a great time this past month watching
Yeah.
stuff, hanging out with dad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I guess we should have started the episode with this. We had said that today would be the day we start Andor season 2, but we ended up throwing an extra movie into our movie routine.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
So
yeah.
so
Yeah, because we didn't plan for the Superman episode, so
who can plan for Superman?
exactly.
Yeah, not this guy. So next week we're gonna be back watching Andor season 2.
Episode 1.
Yeah, I'm
Hmm.
ready. Like it's been a month and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I think I'm ready to do this. I'm also like I'm looking forward to it, but at the same time I'm not, because I don't want it to end and I know it's only
Hmm.
2 seasons.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
like,
Me
okay, we
too.
only got 12 episodes left. And because it's only 2 seasons, I think a lot of people are gonna die,
Mm.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I think it's gonna be sad. But uh also, it's been nice not talking politics for a month, or trying not to anyway.
Yeah. Trying not to.
So we'll see. So everyone, if you enjoyed watching these movie reviews, check out our YouTube at the Hidden City Book Company. We have a couple movie reviews up at this point. I just kind of got to go. I'm gonna try and make a playlist. Just do like all our movie reviews in one playlist.
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
know, but we have over 200 episodes of our podcast where we talk about Andor, we talk about Lost, Dark, Arcane. I think that's those are the four shows we have watched.
Yes.
Um, so yeah, go check it out. You can find our podcast anywhere podcasts can be found.
Hmm.
We'll find
Hmm.
hashtag Lost Legacies. We'll see it if you want to tag us and stuff. Let us know if you got any suggestions for things to watch. Let us know because once we finish Andor, which will probably be I don't know October or November,
Hmm.
we're gonna start watching some more movies. So let us
Yep.
know,
Yep.
especially for the holidays. If you got any cool Christmas movies that you think would fit our pod, let
Yeah.
us know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the weirder the better. Yeah. So yeah, just hit us up. I'm on where am I at? Instagram and Threads at Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch. And BluSky at Matthew Jimenez.
And you can find me on Threads and Instagram at Real, that's REEL, Texas Weirdo.
And I'll end it with the version of this line that I really did enjoy.
Uh-oh.
Get away from her. No, that's too much emotion. He says,
Mhm.
get away from her, bitch.
No, 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 no.
No.
It's even more toned down. It's more like, get away from her, you bitch.
You bitch. Yeah.
Like, that's it. Yeah, yeah.
And it fits for his character. I love that. I love that she was wearing Reeboks. You see it towards the end, like when she's on the ladder, she has the Reeboks. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, that's cute. All right. So, yeah. All right. Get away from her, you bitch.